Welcome back to another video. Hope you are having a great day, and today with one of the latest projectors from Aaxa. This is the model L500, which probably is called because of its 500 lumens, great brightness, which I will share with you in just a few moments. It has Android as an operating system, but we can also connect via HDMI to any source. And if that source is a mini computer with Windows 10 or Windows 11 and you still haven't activated, don't forget to check out KeysFan, where you can find budget official OEM keys at an affordable price, and with the coupon code that you can see on screen and down below on the video description, it will get even cheaper. Now, in terms of connectivity, we will have a USB port, HDMI, AV in. It also has Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, so we can connect to any speaker set or headphone, and we can connect to our network so that we can have access to apps and so on, which I will share with you in just a few moments. It is designed to be placed on a surface like a table that looks really nice, and of course we will need to choose the place where to put, but this is something that you will decide on your own. Now, I just want to mention here that although it's designed for this purpose, we can also put it on a wall or ceiling mount. It has 3 1/4 inch screws. Not screws, but threads, sorry about that. The focusing is done via the remote control, which is very easy to use. And the focus, what I do love is that it's really fine. It gives me the adjustment to get right over there. There are some systems that we have tested right over here that will not allow us to achieve that fine tuning. It is yes or a no, and right over here we will have a lot of levels, so we just need to press the plus or minus and we will reach the focus that we want. Now, in terms of the keystone, we have two options: the automatic keystone, which will adjust to the wall or to the screen that we have, or we can do it manually. Both ways work great, and this is just a matter of personal taste, or if we find any difficulty, then we might want to use the manual. In my particular case, I do have a screen and the wall is straight, so it's very easy to put right over there. But if we are on a angle and if the automatic will not get on that point that we want, we will need to adjust, and we will have -50 up to +50 on the horizontal and vertical, so a lot of room to work with it. 500 lumens and 140 inches will be the maximum that we can get out of this projector. Actually, we can get more than 140 inches, and that's not difficult, but after that we will start losing some image quality and the brightness of the video. But this will happen with any projector on this class and on this kind of technology. Now, one of the things that we should notice is that this is one of the projectors that give me the biggest image for the distance that we have. On the 3 meters mark, more or less, which is where I do have my projector, I was getting roughly 140 inches. So what I needed to do to put it inside my screen was to reduce it roughly to 85% to fit the image on screen. Image quality is very good, native full HD. We notice good colors and a great brightness with a really nice focusing, as I did mention before. Now, for movie sessions on a larger screen than normal, then this is just great. One of the tests that I always do, and I know that it's exaggerated, is the illumination test or the brightness test. What I do is 4 different intensity levels of lighting conditions, and the results were that it was able to handle all of them. Now, my camera cannot capture the 4th, which is a total of 25,000 lumens lightening that area right over there, but my eyes were able to see the image, so I did shot with my phone so that you can have an idea that even with 25,000 lumens we were able to have the image. Now, my experience is that with 25,000 lumens, the experience will not be good to watch TV or projector or anything. It will be good to do some cleaning sessions or something like that. So the conclusion on this test is that it handles very well, and as on any projector, even on higher end projectors that we have seen right over here that cost 10 times more than this, if we have a darker environment, our experience will be the best possible. But if you decide to turn on a light here and there, you will be just fine because it will handle really nice. Now, as I said, it has Android 9, at least the operating system is based on Android. It has 1 GB of RAM and 8 GB of flash storage so that we can install apps. And if we look at the operating system, it has an area of My Apps where the apps that we have already installed appear. Then we have an App Store. Now, have in mind that this is not the Google Play Store. It's similar to Aptoid, and if you don't know, just search around and you will find, where we will find many suggestions. But one of the things that I did enjoy is that we have the search function and we will find even more apps. I did find Plex, Jellyfin, Kodi, among others. So we have a lot of range of apps that we can install. It can be useful for those that don't have an Android TV box and just want one thing to do it all. You want to take this for camping, for example. You don't want to take a box and cables and whatnot. So just Android, your hotspot for internet connectivity, and we will have YouTube, Netflix, and so on and so forth. On my tests, all those apps worked great, especially YouTube and Jellyfin and whatnot. But Netflix, have in mind that it is the mobile version that we can install. So we will be limited to the resolution of SD quality, and besides that we will also be limited on the way that because it's not Netflix for TV. So we will need to use the air mouse function of the remote, which although it's usable and we can see some movies or series, it's not the best experience possible. Everything else worked just great, but Netflix, just have this in mind, and it's not just with this projector. Any device that it's not licensed for Netflix will have this issue. Finally, down below we also have a shortcut for the favorite apps, which we can customize the way that we want. And then in terms of options, there are some interesting options, which are the projector, where we can change image settings, zoom, keystone. We have the network and Bluetooth options, so we can connect any device to the projector. We have the app management, basic settings like language, date and time, application startup options, which is great, power option. Now, one of the things that sometimes people request me is, hey Robert, I want my device, it doesn't matter if it's a projector or anything else, to boot up with my TV app, because I only use that app. And here we have a really smart integration of the boot to process, so I just need to select the app and it will boot on that app. So a simple touch that will accomplish a lot. Now, in terms of controlling the projector, we will use this remote control, which is a simple remote that will do its job. It has some directional buttons and also has the focusing dedicated buttons right over here. Everything else is made by the settings. We just need to navigate and then choose what we want to select and then change the values. Now, Wi-Fi gives us a lot of possibilities like watching Netflix, YouTube, and so on and so forth. But besides that, we can also do screencast or mirrorcast or AirPlay, as you want to call it, which basically is the possibility to screen our phone to the projector so that we can share pictures and anything that we want with relatives, friends and whatnot without sharing our phones. So I'm in control, I'm just sharing the image. We can also connect a USB pen drive, and with that USB pen drive having movies and series and music. Honestly, I don't use like this. I always use with my NVIDIA Shield TV or any similar device, but this is also an option that we have right over here. One other detail that I did test out was I was so impressed with the image size for the distance that I wanted to test right over here. So at a meter of distance, more or less, I was able to get 100 centimeters diagonal, or roughly 40 inches. So as we could see, this is the projector at this moment that has a larger image for the distance. And of course, if we go to 2 meters, is not just 80 80 inches is more, and then on the 3 meters we are reaching the 140 inches, which is great. And in conclusion, this projector, in my opinion, is for someone looking for, first of all, a projector to be placed on a surface like a table, and that wants this kind of design like a tower, which honestly I do enjoy, and depending on the furniture, depending on the decoration, then it will be a great addition. So this is one of the things. The other important thing is that for someone that is looking for a projector that on a close range, on a tight space, will give us a big image. This is one of the strongest points that I've seen right over here. Of course, image quality is there, great, easy to use, and as a bonus, as the operating system, which is Android, and it will allow us to install almost any app that we want. Of course, we don't have the Play Store, but there is an app store that will allow us to install quite a few apps, and probably the one that we want to watch, YouTube and so on and so forth, will be there. That being said, hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did so, don't forget the usual thumbs up right over there, which is really appreciated on this side of the screen. My name is Roberto George, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.